The simplest thing that helped me grow financially was stopping my money from doing multiple jobs at once. That sounds incredibly boring, but it completely changed the way I save, invest, and make financial decisions. I treated all my money the same. Everything lived in one giant mental bucket. I'm sure you have experience mentally preparing, for example, a big trip. You have the budget in mind and you are pacing that from your salary. You're not exactly forgetting your needs, but somehow, without writing it down, you said yes to it. You just made an assumption, and everything else, you're thinking you can pay through your credit card, loans, or perhaps you're just going to eat egg and rice every day for the next 3 months. Sound familiar? That's poor planning. And because of that, every financial decision felt stressful afterwards. What changed wasn't my income. What changed was my system. The first step is never assuming I can afford something and only working on that assumption. Instead, I would list my responsibilities and make sure that's protected first, then work on the difference. Awareness is always key in determining a problem. Remember when we were in school, the problem solving questions require a written solution? But the first and most important step in doing so is writing the variables. This now helps you identify how you can solve the problem, then the decision-making process becomes dramatically easier. So I am going to list this down. First is to note some money exists to keep the household running. For us, that's our monthly operating budget. Utilities, groceries, school expenses, upcoming milestones. This money has one responsibility: protect today's family. Its job is not growth, it's stability. There is money that should exist to solve future problems. For example, in our case, this is MP2 for college preparation. These funds aren't competing with today's expenses. They're serving future versions of our family. Different job, different timeline, different rules. And then there's investment money or your risk capital. This is where many people accidentally create stress because they send money into the stock market that still has responsibilities back home. Tuition money, emergency money, house money. And when the market drops, they panic. Not because they're bad investors, but because that money was never truly investment money to begin with. One thing I've noticed as our global portfolio crossed the $10,000 mark is this: the investments don't actually stress me out anymore. Note that I am adding roughly $300 to $400 monthly moving forward. So an additional $100 into VUAA or whatever asset I am holding will no longer affect my overall portfolio. The market still moves, stocks still fluctuate, but emotionally it feels different because that money already knows its job. It has built a fort, and adding bricks will strengthen the structure, but it has little to no immediate effect even if it gets damaged. It will remain invested, it will continue to compound and fund the future. That's it. Most people think financial confidence comes from having more money. I don't think that's entirely true. I think confidence comes from clarity. When your money knows its job, you stop constantly second guessing yourself. The noise gets quieter, the system gets stronger, and your decisions become more consistent. If you're interested in financial literacy, breadwinner life, family finance, wealth building, and our journey to 60 million by 60, follow along. Remember, don't start by asking how to grow your money. Start by asking what each peso is supposed to do. Give every peso one job. Protect the baseline or fund the future. And then let the system run its course. That's the update for today, group mates. See you on the next one.